A 2-1 for either team. Maybe a little surprised if we see ACEND winning 2-0, just because Ancient is not their best map.
Right. Well, guys, make sure to check out the odds on Superbet, our official partner. Do so responsibly, obviously. And that just sends us into the game. Enough analysis, enough statistics about these guys. We want to see the showdown. And here we go. The first round, SASHI on the CT side, while ACEND are trying to be a little bit more on the aggressive side of things. And we start with that classic mid-smoke.
Gonna push into long as Mr. hiding behind the car. Betchy reposition all the way to CT, and they're going to pop through that smoke. Flash over Screamo, great headshot onto Mr., and he's going to find Betchy as well. They get onto the site, but bomb is not there just yet. They know there's a player in elevator, or on the boxes rather, not in the reverse elevator, I guess. The Red Star spots out a couple of players. That's valuable information. Kabi. Is there a chance for him? Acor with the dually. SpeLan is going to find Kabi. Acor, he's going to need a lot of kills here with the dualies, but the double peek is wonderful. Zyphon gets himself a double. Oh, that's a ding onto Red Star, but still has to get into the site and clear it, and Red Star will deny it. It is the pistol round from ACEND.
It's a terrific start. You want this, and that aggressiveness in long really paid dividends. Now I think we're going to go into a slight technical. We can already see Harn just asking for the admin's help there. Usually these takes really a short time, but we have the opportunity to continue a little bit on our ideas that we were discussing earlier. I think this map really pushes towards the op comparison between these guys. And now to make this comparison more clear, Harn versus Acor. What are your thoughts?
No, that's a very good point. Dusto is an op heaven just for the openness of the map. Obviously, towards long, you're always going to have an op. You can send it towards mid as well. Even B, if you really are feeling like that's something that you want to do. Peaks from short. And the duel itself is super interesting because Harn is the highlighted player for his team. Acor, doesn't necessarily have the best of performance in the past 3 months, but I don't think we need to refer to the past 3 months because obviously that's a pretty long time. We kind of need to refer to the game that happened yesterday as we're getting back into the game. SASHI winning over 9, 3 maps played. It was 13-10 win on Dust 2, 13-11 loss on Nuke, and 13-6 win on Ancient. Acor, a 1.29 rating. Very, very well played by him, and he could be a force if he's hitting all of those shots. You know, it's not going to be easy for Harn to take him down. But then again, Harn, he has been around for some time now, and he has been very important and an instrumental piece for not only this team, but multiple. Mr. is going to take down SpeLan.
At the same time, this just prompts up the aggression towards the B side. There's the double kill over over ACEND. Now they have to see if they can get anything out of this. SASHI, only the 5-7, welcoming the T's on the B side. However, Betchy, the last one standing. Kaluber takes the info, knows where he is. There's no need to overextend because there's Screamo behind him to seal the deal. 2-0 for ACEND.
Not a lot of shouting for now, not too much energy, you know, just taking it slow. Don't wanna spend all your energy.
Who do you think is the vocal ones?
Just off of, well, I think on the side of SASHI, I think Zyphon is gonna be the main man.
And SpeLan?
Probably. For some reason, I don't see Red Star or Harn being too loud. I don't know why. And I'm just saying that just haven't really paid attention to how loud they were or who was loud yesterday. So just off of what I was seeing there.
Interesting group up in long by SASHI. Expected out of Screamo. I mean, he's going to be the only one. If they're going to push in together. Yeah, here comes the flash. He's expecting this. Just one kill out of the AK. He didn't necessarily see all of them, but you're expecting to be roofed up in top mid, and kills keep flowing. Zyphon managing only one with the Deagle, which is impressive in itself, and now Kabi with the USP. What can you take out of this? The call comes towards the B side. Bomb going there. And Spellin is in the search of Kabi. Ooh, didn't expect that.
Oh, it's a lot of damage. I mean, they already take down 3 players. I think the round itself isn't in danger. He could just be backing away, trying to save the AK. And that is the case. But still, the economy of ACEND, it's not going to be too happy about it. Oh. That's going to give away his position. Luber. So that smoke being thrown. He's just running around and... Oh, okay. Another kill from Kabi. Okay, that's 4 players eliminated. Can you find Kaluber as well? That would be a lot of damage. No. So, they finally take him down, but they're going to have to reinvest into 4 weapons, which means their economy will be on the lower side, and SASHI could technically reset them.
Yeah, this is a full inventory duel that we're about to see. And an impressive round with judging just by the fact that they had mostly USPs, right?
They did shuffle around some weapons, some util, so they might be okay even if this one doesn't go their way, but obviously just be better for it to go their way, as Scrimo almost taken down by Acor, stuck in top mid for now.
I mean, he's out for blood.
Arn to help out his teammate and eliminate the opposing Opper.
Interesting that that second double door smoke is not coming their way. They want this duel to happen. They want this mid to fall right into Harn's hands. He's holding it for a while, and they're setting up for this. I wonder if that flash is going to come in the end, but Acor is not giving anything away. Oh, he does.
Good chance there for Acor to take down Harn, but a missed shot. I don't think that P can happen again. It's fine by Spellin, and that is a double to open up a way into short. Zyphon is still here, but a 3-man peek. There's Harn with the shot. A 4v2. And Acor is going to have to back away. Kabi, I don't think he was spotted, but depending on the timing of Red Star. Oh, they passed by one another. I don't think it's going to matter all that much. Although, if Acor is coming in through tunnels, maybe, or Red Star moving towards B, he never expects Kabi to be already be passed by, so he's an easy target. And ACEND, I think it's very good for ACEND to just keep everyone alive here. It doesn't really matter if you allow them to save. Also, you have a couple of players tagged up, so you're not really going to be trying something too extra here. But it is a 4th round on the board for ACEND, so that's great.
Not repeating the mistake of giving weapons away. And now, you only have to reinvest it in 2 weapons, and that economy is going upwards, Pop. And that is pretty scary when you want to get back into the game. I mean, now they're up by 4 rounds, 0 for SASHI, and that tactical timeout has to come, you know? And, I mean, we've heard Milky say he has 2 types of pauses, right, for the ACEND part. Now, what do you say to SASHI in this kind of situation? This has to be like a chill, calm down kind of timeout and see the gaps, right?
No, I think for Hunden, it's always going to be a tactical pause where it is, fully tactical, right? And they're trying to figure out why things are not working. How can you stop them? And I don't think it's just going to be for them to calm down unless, things get a little out of hand. But I think for, just because of usually discipline that you see from players of this caliber, it might not be something needed. So we'll see what changes in their play style.
I'm expecting a lot more presence in short, or maybe taking it with 2 players, but Acor, he's on the other side of the map, really not expecting this spell, and he pushed through the smoke to get this kill, and there was no refract there to be had. Now, Kabi's in a perfect position. There is a lot of presence along the long doors. Now, how much can he get out here? There are 2 players from ACEND just trying to get ahead of this push.
Using a couple of mollies to flush out the player in pit, but Becci still okay. Kabi will eliminate Red Star. Scrimo in the corner, taken down by Kabi as well. Very nicely done. We were super focused onto that player in pit, but even with all that util, they could not force him out of hiding. So it's down to Harn and Kaluber to the 5. Another thing that kind of emphasizes the fact of the players on SASHI to be, well disciplined, not get out of hand. And I'll get back to this point because they decided they want to push it to the B side here. ACEND, Acor takes down Kaluber. Harn tries to go for the pre-fire, but no one's home, and he's going to try to stay alive. Although, on the side of SASHI, it would be very worth it to hunt here. And oh, what a shot from Kabi. And there we go, the first round on the board for SASHI. Yeah, so Mr. obviously previously played for Astralis Talent. Becci played for SASHI Academy, then for SASHI, then for Breezy Rising, and then for Breezy. And one of the things that I was always saying about those academy teams I get to see in the Tier 2 space is that they're always super disciplined. Especially teams like Astralis Talent, Big Academy, throughout Europe with all the academy teams, is that you get young players that they learn very early that it's not good to let your emotions take control. Just chill, because the game's not over and you can always come back into it. And that is something that I've always seen. They were never overextending. They were never, even if they were against pistols, they were playing slow. They were not rushing headfirst saying, oh, this is going to be an easy round. That's what loses you rounds. And obviously on the side of SASHI, that's always going to be a benefit for them.
Yeah, you know what they say, emotions make heart weak.
Okay. Is that... Okay. Oh! Was that an emotional shot? Probably not. It was a shot straight to the head for Zyphon. Headed towards Zyphon.
Oh, that's interesting.
Kabi. Oh, he slipped the net. He's going to find Kaluber. But what about the other players? Mr. finds Screamo. There's Red Star with the trade. Bomb not planted just yet, but Acor is the last one standing for now in a 1v3.
Oh, it all felt like that was a trap. But Kabi had prime time positioning there, and his movement was impeccable up until it wasn't, right? And now you got 3 players out of ACEND just going towards that B side, but there's Acor. I'm wondering, yes, Harn is expecting this. Is he going to face away? He is. Sealing the deal, Harn there, and really good positioning out of ACEND as well. They didn't really give away too much on that B push. Bro, my hand is here.
Well, they had the tactical pause there right before this one, and they have the adjustment set. Three players towards long, and they're trying to take control here. Kabi gonna be taking down Spellon. Going for a quick reposition. Right now, no one in the B site. They can just walk in here, ACEND. They might have already read the situation right. Zyphon. Oh, big surprise. He's taken down by Kaluber.
Great call out of Spellon.
Had a double op as well. SASHI, which was interesting. Harn takes down Mister, and it's a 4v3.
They're not going to go for this SASHI with the full retreat. They want to save those ops to the next round, and that's the logical conclusion. Are you in a great spot? Are you in a great spot when your IGL is top fragging?
Well, no, apparently not. Talking about Kabi, yeah, he's been hitting some very nasty shots, especially towards long. But yeah, no, they're being led 6-1, and there's the second tactical pause already called by Hunden.
We've seen Kabi take initiative on long, on B as well. He seems to be leading the charge whenever he wants to put a stop to ACEND getting objectives really fast, right? But it seems that in the end, he's the only one. He's the only one that really poses a lot of threat and has so far. I mean, Becky having a tough time in this start. Acor trying to make stuff happen, as we saw him pushing tunnel through the smoke, getting the first kill as an opener in the 4th round, I think. But now. But now what?
Well, that's what we're about to find out, because obviously after the tactical pause, Hunden did have something to say, and having both of your tactical pauses already used up, we're only in round number 8, but obviously it's not a good start. Acor boosted up, he heard the steps there. Oh, Red Star a little late on the reaction. But he gets the information. There were a couple of players in short. What do you do with that? Going towards short might be a little complicated. Boost up into CT though. That could be interesting. Mister. He's left on top of the box. Could have an angle there. In the meantime, Kaluber took a shot towards Kabi. Oh, Screamo was expecting it. But the smoke towards CT. Kaluber fights Kabi. Screamo with a double. And, well, that is the B site under control for the Bulgarian side. And it's going to be the save here.
Bomb has been planted.
Again, not finding any solution to ACEND on this T side, which is impressive in itself. And the Bulgarians are really having a great time on their own map pick. Now, where do you go from here? You have only one timeout left, and you have to find answers along the way. Didn't really see taking that mid controller short, pushing up with 2 players, maybe getting assist with those flashes from behind and really establishing your presence there. But when they did it once, immediately Spellin called for the B push, and they had success over that, so the round was over. Now, where do you go from this?
Well, you go for another tactical pause.
Okay.
That feels like... I don't even know. Like, obviously, you're gonna... It's a good thing that you're using all of your tactical pauses, but using them in the first 10 rounds... I think I'm gonna go back on my analysis, I guess. Just because of, you know, ACEND, they're on 44% win rate. SASHI, they're on 40, but it doesn't seem like it. Seems completely different.
Pretty dominant here, ACEND. Yeah, you're right. Another full inventory duel. Now we just take a look at this default setup by ACEND, and now how do they react out of this, right? The ones doing the reacting should be definitely SASHI to this, but as you can see, they like to take control over short and mid. Harn is always there to cover. Kaluber the only one trying to see if there's any other push coming from the B tunnel, but it's not. A side trying to be taken over. A-core activates here. Can he get more than one? Yes, he does. The second. There's only one answer out of ACEND, and that through Caliber. Ooh, bad CT smoke. It allows for Mister to get that kill. Red Star and Harn. That second up.
Siphon. This is his chance. If Red Star gets that kill, it gets very awkward, but Harn did fall, so it's not as bad anymore. He does have a molly, but does not have a smoke, and A-core. He's looking straight at double doors. 30 seconds on the clock. What would be the best approach here for Red Star? He's going to be patient. Maybe someone swings into his crosshair. Goes the molly. And he's going to cross into the site. We'll get a bomb plan out of it, at least. And he's behind the box. Tries to isolate his duels, but that's not going to be easy. Oh, goes for the Glock, and A-core will just take him down. SASHI works out now, but can they get multiple under their belt? They're going to need, I would assume, you know, a 7-5 is the best result they can get here, and obviously that's what they're aiming for, but I don't know if ACEND will allow it. With that bomb plan, there's some extra money, 110,000, so they can buy comfortably here, so. Round 10.
Well, you heard the man. Round 10 with 2 on the board for SASHI and 7 for ACEND. I mean, the name speaks for itself, and they have been on this trend all throughout their T side, but now SASHI waking up. As Pop said, the 5 on the board would be the idyllic result for SASHI. However, how they gonna get there? It's gonna be tough. Now, tough would mean that economy built up by ACEND is going to crumble if this round is not going to go their way. Or in what fashion is going to be the factor as well, if the bomb plant is going to go down and so forth. But 2 players already over to the B side, and now that default into short control seems to be the factor again. But you have A-core, the one that has topped it in the previous round, over at the A side. 3 players over to the B side as well for the CT side. Now, Caliber, is he going to face up against this aggression coming out of Xiphon? Who's going to win this duel? He's taking a lot of info here, but Caliber ready, waiting. He doesn't know there are 2 more players. Maybe this is a setup for the Cold to go towards the B side. But no, they're advancing towards A.
Red Star. Gonna start going back, so it's gonna be a B play. Kabi still on site, and they've got Mister hiding by car. Mister will find Spellan, but they did get rid of A-core and Betchy, but
The bomb.
there's not enough time. They liberated the ace. Oh, Screamo goes down after time.
Yeah, I was certain that they were baiting the call over towards B because they already had one player pushing, and I think SASHI managed finally to understand what Spellan is calling throughout this this breakout of the default, right? Selling the idea that there's not a lot of players on the B side, or maybe just one. You can see the bomb just literally walking towards the side, and they were ready for it. So now the waking up has been done, and getting closer to the 5 rounds on the board seems something approachable by SASHI.
The second tactical pause called in here. There's only a couple of rounds left of this first half. So I mean, SASHI used up all theirs, so they might as well use their second, but did feel like it was a little confusing. I think the round itself was a little confusing for ACEND, so they want to fix that. Also not helpful that Screamo did go down after the timer ends without, doesn't save the weapon, and now he has to play a Tech 9. And the bigger problem is they would run out of money if this round doesn't go their way ACEND. So, well, that's an interesting situation, surely. Acore takes down Spell and Kabi. He's been spotted in top mid, but not taken out. And somehow he's yet still alive. Look at the push from Long. That is super smart here from SASHI. They're going to overpower Screamo. Red Star will answer back onto Mister. But what about Kabi? He's still around here. On 10 HP, but he's still getting all that information over to his team.
And the free space that he's taking advantage of is something to be considered, because now ACEND are in disarray. They are trying to regroup and see exactly where are we going to find these guys pushed up. But now, playing onto a more grouped up position on the B side, they're not allowing that B push to come again. They know that the last reserve of ACEND has been going over to the B side, thinking it might be more approachable, or maybe some flaws are coming in that direction. But at the moment, SASHI seem prepared. They're taking a lot of info. Where can they be other than top mid? Because they have everything else under control. You have to know at this point that there wasn't the only one pushing. Oh, Acore, he is the play here, and indeed takes the double kill, putting SASHI to up to 4 rounds. And ACEND, they haven't really shied away from buying everything and investing everything into this round. And now the last round comes of the first half. Then you have to deal with a really precarious buy.
I mean, it was a smart call from SASHI. I think the play was great, the aggression, it works out in their favor. Were they a little lucky with the fact that Kabi goes all the way to top mid and he doesn't go down and then Acore finds that kill? Yes. Oh, look at the util being left on the ground. CT spawn. But yeah, maybe he was a little lucky that it ended up like that. But the push from Long was perfectly timed. They did get another kill with that. And in this one, they're going to be a lot more defensive, right? Because obviously you're up against the Force Spy. It's the Tech 9s. It's a Glock for Red Star, just getting... I'm a little surprised it's a Glock, actually, because he has $700. Could have gotten literally any pistol. But Harn has that Galil, so he is supposed to be the heavy hitter. Oh, Acore, what a shot. Eliminates Spellin. They're trying for a fast B play after all. Mister, he is fully blinded. Kaluber going to take down Snifen, but Mister is still alive. Another one from him, and it's all down to Kaluber, but he will fall to Mister. And it is a 7-5 after all. A very good resurgence here from SASHI. It might have cost them all their tactical pauses, but it works out. On the other side, ACEND, something needs to be done on their side. They need to find something that works out. Obviously, they're going to swap sides, and, well, we're going to have to find out. It's a 7-5 lead for the side of ACEND. See what they can do in the second half. Second half about to be underway. Ascend in the lead by 2, but things were crumbling on their side as we were getting closer and closer to the end of the first half. Can they restart their dominance here? Because it looked like it was going to be pretty easy, right? It looked like they were not having any issues here on Dust 2, but then SASHI started finding ways of making things awkward for Ascend.
Yeah, but Ascend is sitting comfortably at the 7 rounds. I don't think they really need to find something for themselves. The first half is over. Now you have to focus on the more defensive side of things. And it's Pellen's time to read through the gaps and see exactly how SASHI are going to approach this T side.
Well, first of all, they are grouped up in short, so that seems to be the play. They got a smoke and a couple of flashes. Spellen playing the headshot angle. He's been spotted. Harn, a little risky that he stays out in the open. Spellen, though, finds a double, and he's looking for more. Still alive, still kicking. As the flank is already through, and they are surrounded right now. Screamo helping out with a kill onto A-Core, but Mr. will eliminate Spellen. Can he find some more headshots? Oh, they're getting pushed. And how are they not getting kills there? It seemed like they were on top of them. Harn finds Betchy. And that is going to be the pistol round for Ascend. It felt like SASHI were able to shoot down from on top of the site, but it wasn't necessarily the case. It was a little chaotic. But in the end, Ascend walk away with the pistol round, and they want to, extend their lead as SASHI didn't get to plant the bomb. So they will not force up into this round.
It's turning out to be something dangerous for SASHI because now you have a really good buy out of Ascend, and they can welcome any kind of push through sheer firepower here, and you're going to prompt them up to the 9th round, close to the double digits. So SASHI again in a position where they have to find something, right? They need to get some sort of success. And this round specifically, not because how much can you get with those full Glock inventories. However, a couple of weapons might be good, huh?
Yeah, would be good, but they are on the attacking side, and getting those Glocks all the way to the site might be a little complicated. First one to see them, it's Screamo. He's gonna back away, request the help of some teammates, and Harn, finds 4 in the end, and only Screamo goes down. It's not the end of the world. He had a FAMAS. Interesting enough, they had 4 FAMASes in an MP9, so didn't straight away go for the M4s. They want to make sure they have a lot of util to use. And so Ascend will be up by 2 since we started the half, but SASHI, they'll be getting their weapons out. Now again, the thing is, SASHI, they don't have another opportunity to talk to Hunden until the game is over, or if they go to OT.
Yeah.
So they're going to have to figure it out. Oh, what a nade.
I mean, it looks a lot like ACEND has things covered at this point. Look, that's the aggression that we were talking about that SASHI didn't really capitalize on. But neither did Spellin here, right? He saw a lot of info, and that in itself is a win. When a game is all about information, I think you're winning there.
Out into long here, SASHI. Oof, Kabi. Good shot on Spellin to start things off, but guess what? Kaluber pushed into upper tunnels. Needs to go down, and the other 4 players are coming in towards tunnels. He really needs this kill in lower, because now the B site is going to be overtaken, and I think ACEND started to understand what a play is. Red Star just with the taps, he's able to take down Zyphon. Mister is tagged up. Should be able to get the ball up to the site. Oh, Kaluber, there's the surprise. Primo pushes in, and he goes down to the molly. They were so committed to that push. They push first, they get that kill, then they push into the molly, and they're able to get the follow-up, because they never expected, right? It's feels like a crazy play to just go into the molly and to take a peek, but it was just because of the timing, because they were still getting set up. It was a perfect call, just pushing through and getting those kills. ACEND able to defend against the first fall by of SASHI. But with the bomb plan, they're going to have some extra money, and in this one, it's going to be yet another buy for them.
We love to see it, and we also love to see that ACEND are not giving any breather, not even to set your post-plan positioning, nothing. They decided to just go for that immediate aggressive stance, and it works for them. Double digits, ACEND looking great on the CT side as well.
Harn opens up onto Kabi. Want to be careful in mid, around the upper.
Okay. You can see, SASHI, that they're trying to be aware of what's next, right? What's next, and the big who in ACEND's gameplay. Now, they're not really doing anything to get control over mid. Now they're trying to do so, but there's still a Red Star having a lot of impact in the mid side area. Zyphon should start activating right now.
Kaluber sees Zyphon there, but repositions, playing it safely, although look at Acor. He could backstab them. Now it's too late, because he loses Zyphon, and he will fall in the end to Red Star. 11-5 for ACEND, and it feels like they are on a roll here. It just feels like it's super complicated to stop ACEND here on their own map pick of Dust 2. 2 more rounds before ACEND can send us over to Ancient, and it is yet another buy for SASHI. Let's scout this time for Acor. Perfect nade. Couldn't see anything. Didn't even take a shot.
Look at the positioning of SASHI. They're expecting something almost every round to be done by ACEND, right? They're playing, I wouldn't use the word scared, definitely not scared, but cautious.
Yeah, I think they inspired a little bit of well, I don't know, maybe fear is the right word. You know, they're thinking, okay, are they, you know, very close to us just behind this wall, or are they defensive? Did they have a good timing and then they're pushing right behind us now? Because you can see Zyphon in lower tunnel looking behind him, because obviously we had Kaluber at one point push in and get that kill onto one of the players from SASHI.
Yeah.
They might have control over mid, but they are being kept at bay very nicely by ACEND. That smoke in short is very well timed. And they've got about 45 seconds to get their play done. as they're getting set up for a short execution, or at least throw some util there. Can make a case, could be a play of throwing the smoke close, you know, the one that waterfalls towards CT and just jump through it.
Yeah, they did.
And that's exactly what they wanted to do. Kabi will drop down in CT, but now their plan has been spoiled. But can they defend? It's only 2 players against 4 that are going to be pushing into the site. Mister takes down Red Star. Betchy finds Kaluber. And the answer is yes, they are able to power through the defense. And that should be the end of the round, technically. I don't think you're retaking this one. Kabi eliminates Spellon. Screamo and Harn is going to try and stay alive, and a good shot by Harn, dealing a little bit of damage to SASHI there at the end of the round, but he will be a 6th on the board for the Danes.
Terrorists win.
Much needed round for SASHI, and it is comforting to see that something that they tried actually works, although there was a moment there where Kabi could have been found, right? But it worked well in the end. Is it that now they're going to focus more onto getting that late call towards B and exploring more of isolating CT and not necessarily pushing into short? Okay, that's a spawn call for sure. Let's see what they can get out of this. All right.
Well, Zyphon finds the kill at the spell, and Screamo, though, a 2nd through the smoke. That nade was a little bit too late there from Harn. But Screamo makes it away with his life. It's a 4v3 favoring Ascend. And Harn, he's got long under control, or at least if they try and push, that's going to be the case. Kaluber needs to win this duel towards B against Mister. And he will do so. A very awkward duel between the 2. Harn misses his chance, though. Molly. Zyphon will be forced forward. He's going to find a kill onto Screamo. Kaluber's tagged down to 12. So this 2v2 is not going to be as easy as initially expected. Restar does have the AWP, but Zyphon, what an angle! Getting very proactive here. For both of the Danes still alive, swing into long, but Kaluber will just find a little bit of damage onto Zyphon, and very nicely done by Zyphon. A quad kill from him, and he basically wins the round for his team. Wonderfully done. And maybe, I don't want to, maybe not overextension, but just some missed shots when there shouldn't have been any. What a shot there onto Red Star. That was just perfect.
Finding their footing, SASHI. Yeah, you're right. And apparently being a little bit more aggressive works out for them. There's only Caliber now at the B side, but they're not going through with it, SASHI. Let's see what Caliber has for this. Only an MP9. Can he get more? No. Betchy takes him down. Although Betchy has had a quiet game so far. He takes this one. No more fumbling.
I think another quick thing that we can highlight is the experience that the Bulgarian IGL has here. Obviously, Kabi has had his fair share. Played for Lyngby Vikings, that's a shout. AGF, Masonic, Ecstatic, Espionage, and now onto SASHI. But Spellon, he has been playing for over 10 years at this point, and he's 28. Started off with, well, maybe the less known team when Friction, then went on to play for Outlaws, which is a team that is very known, at least here, because they were always up against the Romanian teams. Wendigo played on Epsilon, interestingly enough, alongside Brokey at one point. It was surreal as well. You know, a lot of players that we've seen over the years. Played for Skade, Matt Lyons, Kick, you know, and most recently, before Ascend, he was playing for 500. So a lot of experience brought to the table by the Bulgarian in-game leader. Now, ACEND, they're back to kind of a buy, but kind of not. I mean, Kaluber, Screamo, and Spellon, they buy. Red Star doesn't. Arn doesn't either. Spellon finds a kill on Kabi, so maybe that works out. But Becci is going to take down Kaluber. It's just a straight-up push through the smoke. The 4v4 retake of the B side, it's certainly not going to be easy to attempt, but it seems like they want to go for it. Harn with the scout, maybe he can soften up a couple of those players. Spellon almost found by Siphon, and I think that smoke kind of seals the deal. Well, they still want to try to go for it. Mister, oh, great flash! Cannot do anything about it. But Becci and Acor can. Siphon eliminates Spellon as well, and Harn will back away. It is SASHI with a 9th round on the board. And ACEND, they're still not going to have money. Oh, okay, Harn, that's a nice shot. I think it goes down to bomb explosion. Might be far enough. He's not.
He's not.
So, do you buy again?
They have that full loss bonus.
I mean, technically you do, because if it doesn't work, it goes 11-10, and then you eco, and it goes 11-11, and then you can buy an 11-11. So you're not giving away map point. Final tactical pause of regulation called out by ACEND. So yeah, well, technically now they can talk to Hunden, but not. I know I was saying that they couldn't talk to him until they until the next map or overtime, but obviously not out of their own accord.
Oh, for sure, this is a tactical.
Seems like it, because things are spiraling out of control for ACEND. It once again, it's similar to the first half. It starts off very well, right? It feels like they're super in control. All of a sudden, something shifts, and SASHI, they started winning rounds.
Yeah, and Becci just been given a
head,
pick-me-up.
like not a head tap or
You got
pass.
this.
It's a head squeeze. I don't know. Harn takes down Kabi, so it's a good start for the Bulgarian squad. Is that what would encourage you, Senna? Like a pat on the back, if you would be playing here? Would that be encouraging?
I honestly don't know what would be encouraging.
No, I mean for you personally.
Yeah, probably. Like, you got this is... You can apply this to any job.
Yeah.
But never in my life did it happen in a corporate job.
What about a head squeeze? Would that be just a guy just instead of patting you on the head, just squeezes your scalp?
It's kind of hard to reach that point because I'm 2 meters tall and...
No, that's fair.
Yeah.
Maybe you're the ones that does it. Anyway, Spellon. He's got a lot of enemies right in front of him. Finds one and a quarter. A little bit of damage.
Okay,
Harn. That was through the door, I think. Nicely done. It turns into a 4v2, but they're already very quick on the rotation. Becci able to get one, but traded out by Screamo. And that is going to be map point for ACEND.
The tactical worked out, and the fact that they got the opener in the beginning of the round really helped a lot, although Spellon did that a couple of times before and didn't really happen. But now, Harn with the 2 kills was extremely crucial here because you could have had a 3-player post planned onto the B side and it would have been very hard. As you like to say, Bob, a B side on Dust 2 is one of the hardest to retake, right?
It is, and that was a very interesting reaction there from Mister. He was like, yeah, that was not a good play that we went for, or like, you know, yeah, I got killed. Instead of being angry at the fact that he was taken out.
Yep.
But yeah, you're right. B side is notoriously hard for a retake, as is, you know, both sides of Inferno. Could have been a candidate to take out of Maple. Just saying, you know, instead of overpass. Came back in about 6 months ago, out again.
Can ACEND close it here? That is the question.
Yeah, 3 chances. And a double up setup. Red Star towards B with that second op. Harn, primary op on Goose. SASHI. They are all across here. Throw the smoke into short. Does seem like they think they found a weaker defense on the B site, but as Red Star is there to help out, Kaluber might not be as easy to get into the site. But there's the mid to B smoke. Another smoke to deny the boost. And Kaluber, he gets the information, drops the smoke towards double doors. They're gonna have to play through window. Red Star, he's not taking into account the fact that a player could be in tunnels, and they lose both players defending the B site to a simple mistake. 4v2. Made it a 4v1 as Acor takes down Screamo, and it will be double digits for SASHI. I am so confused as to why Red Star doesn't expect the player in tunnels.
Who knows? Maybe the info came that they're all pushing to mid. But anyway, you're right. That side of the bomb site should have been covered. But now it's just 10 for SASHI. Economically speaking, you do have Harn with the op, right? And he can drop another weapon. Now, you only get 2 more chances to win this map.
For a second, I'm just going back to that point, and for a second I thought that he was crouching behind the box on the platform, which made sense. But he was just out in the middle of platform. Anyway, doesn't matter anymore. Round's over. Still a couple of chances for ACEND to close it out here in regulation. But I think this would be their best chance, because after this one, you're not really going to have money to buy up. Oh, hang on. They're half buying it. That makes sense. Just get everything that you possibly can into the next round. Acor to find a kill through the double doors. Oh, Kabi lines up Kaluber and Spellin. Red Star. A little bit of a stint through lower tunnels, but he backed away all the way to CT spawn now. Good block from Screamo. Big gap in that smoke. They have a flash. Harn does. He's gonna throw it, but there were a couple of players that were playing anti-flash. Red Star and Screamo eliminated. And it's down to Harn, 1 versus 4. Well, he's been isolated from the site, and I don't even think that he really wants to go for this. I mean, he's going to have enough money for another op. And maybe there's a chance for this round, but does he expect Kabi? He's coming in from short, or from catwalk into short. Trying to stay alive here. It is going to be 12 to 11, and we're going to need a full 24 rounds. Eliminated at the end of the round, and it's Mister to find that final kill and secure the round after all for SASHI. What can ACEND do? Oh, Kaluber starting off with 9 HP. That's not a good start for ACEND in round 24, as SASHI are looking to force out OT. It gets very dangerous if there's OT here.
Yeah, could be devastating for ACEND, knowing that they were in the lead 7-1 at some point in time. But SASHI, it just shows how much they wanted this comeback.
Forced back by the Molly. But they already made it into the site. Zyphon eliminates Screamo, but the Drays are in. Spellin, he's gonna find Kabi, and that smoke really ruins it for SASHI. Missed shot by Acor. Mister will take down the opposing Opper. Flash into CT. Spellin still in ramp. He's basically the only one that's on the actual site. Mister taken down by Red Star. What a great find. It's all onto Acor. 1v3 up in hand. Spellin sees him. That's very valuable information. Kaluber already on the flank through short. He's going to drop down into CT. And he takes down Red Star. But it's still two more to get through. Does he expect Kaluber in mid? He's holding him with the op. And Acor, it seems like he does.
Oh my god.
And he finds the shot. It's a 1v1 now against the IGL. I was mentioning earlier, a mountain of experience for Spellin. And he's up against Acor, the Opper of SASHI. Bomb planted. Spellin coming in through tunnels. Oh, I think he heard him. Acor. Oh yeah, he's got the angle down. But how do you peek this? How do you do it? He jumps down!
Oh
and he
my
misses
God.
Acor's aim, and he's gonna win it because of that. The brain on Spellin will outsmart the aim of Acor. And upper final in their group, which means if they do win here, they are into the playoffs. We'll see if they go all the way or just end up starting in the quarterfinals. But we are on their way. The teams are ready. It is ACEND on the CT side. It is SASHI on the T side, starting off on the SASHI's map pick of Ancient.
This T side is going to be interesting, and now just we can see them moving pretty fast over towards Cave and B side. It's not going to be a split. Are you going to take Heaven here? There's going to be dualies welcoming you into Cave, and this is a good standing out of Spellin. Triple kill, 4 kills out of Spellin. What a way to start this second map on your opponent's map pick, and Cabby, IGL left alone. Nobody to coordinate, just your own skills panning up against that. Dually Spellin denied the ace, but can Cubby recover everything? No, Harn says no. That was the perfect positioning out of the IGL. And just putting 2 guys into Cave, expecting this push with the dualies, amazing. Again, those pistols, man, they just do work. See what the second round is going to offer us. There's not going to be a buy for SASHI. They didn't manage to plant the bomb. Now ACEND, they're sitting comfortably on some money invested already. Direction seems to be A main, right? How much can you get with those Glocks? Maybe pop out of this smoke is going to be the name of the game indeed, but Red Star is there to welcome them. Not a lot getting from him, but Caliber is there to cover. You don't have to allow this. Okay, you can allow this, I wanted to say. And the bomb plant was indeed denied. 2-0 for ACEND, and that was a really quick round.
Well, it's going to be the buy now out of SASHI. See what their answer is going to be. Obviously, it's not going to be another one of those. Another set of dualies from Spellin. Does have an MP9, but I don't know if he's able to take down a lot of players like that. Mister, quick swing into mid, but he was fully blinded off of the angle, so he's going to have to back away. Fast play into the A site seems to be the name of the game here for SASHI, Harn, and Temple. Will not reveal his hand for now. Red Star able to find the kill there, and Zyphon will get the bomb planted. Now, ACEND coming for the retake. It's a 5v5 attempt, but look at Betchy. He is all the way in the B site. Zyphon, great shot. Oh, and what a good flash. Kabi helping out as well, and he's looking for that kill into Spellin. He can leave that up to Betchy. But the flank will not work. Red Star, he's on site, but he's not going to find the kill, and SASHI not only they win the first buy round, but they do so flawlessly. Very nicely played out by them. I mean, it was it was calm, you know. They went into the site, they got a bomb planted, then they checked temple, quick kill. They knew they had Becci this whole time flanking. Because here, Kabi was like, oh, I want to kill, you know, Spellin and CT. But then he realizes, oh, we got a flank there. I don't know what they're saying, though. And, you know, for
Positive things.
seeing them, if it's Polish, maybe you understand some words. In Danish, I really don't.
I wanted to say that there was only a smoke in the hands of Becci in the last round in that post-plan situation, but not needed. I mean, the movements and the calls were great, taking the space, but now we have 2 on the board for ACEND and 1 for SASHI. They're back into this game, forcing ACEND into a rough buy, but Spellin again, he takes the fight, gets the opener. Zyphon is down, one of the most dangerous players over at SASHI. This is going to be heartbreaking. Oh, look at the close-up here. But Harn and Spellin with the triple kill. What is the IGL doing? Outfragging everybody in this scenario. Heartbreaking indeed for SASHI after such a good round. The answer comes from ACEND, and they're getting their lead to the 3 rounds. And what in an impressive fashion that was. Look at that.
Zyphon opening up with the kill onto Harn. And the play slows down for a second there, I thought. It is going to be another quick play, but it gets shut down fairly quickly.
Bit more cautious now, SASHI.
Kaluber. That smoke in mid fades, I was thinking that he may be getting aggressive, but he's not, and he chooses right because it could have ended very badly. As he had basically the whole enemy team on the other side of that smoke. Getting themselves close to that double door position, and Spellin is just around the corner. He's 8-2. I think Acor might have been spotted on the jump. See Spellin there giving now the information to his teammates. Molly into Jaguar. No one there to be annoyed by that. Screamo right behind that wall. 20 seconds left for SASHI to get their play done. And the third player rotating in. It is Red Star. Spellin finds Kabi, and he really is still alive here. Red Star, good for 2. He's still alive, and he's going to be waiting for his teammate. No, he faces an Acor. Takes him out. Kaluber, very quick on the flank here, but he will fail the shot onto Acor. And that is going to be SASHI with their second round on the board. Even though it started off as a 5v4, basically, right? The defense was doing a very good job, but just they were missing a slight bit of information so that they know everything on the map.
Sometimes it is just the better choice to stop, hold for a second, analyze the situation. But I think there was timing that you wanted to take advantage there and not wait for Caliber, right? And to pushing that. But you can see Spellin trying to calm Caliber down, saying, okay, that was the choice that he made. Maybe it was a calculated decision at that point. I think that was the speech mostly. But Caliber in the rights to be a little upset about that.
Yeah, I mean, when you get it down to a 2v2, I think at the same time, it's the situation where if the player is feeling good and he feels like he can take those duels, if you tell him, wait, you know, or don't go for the peak, that might take it out of him. And obviously, Red Star pushes through the smoke, gets the double kill there, and he's feeling like he can get all those kills. Sometimes, you know, sometimes it can pan out, sometimes it might not pan out, but if you got the element of surprise, I think Red Star in that situation, obviously didn't really know where Acor was, but a white peak would have surprised Acor, and maybe he gets the kill like that. Whatever the case, round is long gone, and we are into round number 6, where SASHI, they're looking for the equalizer and also the reset for ACEND.
Would be impressive to have results over this hard buy out of ACEND as well. Harn and Caliber can do the most damage here with those weapons. And we can see 3 players over the B site. Red Room just being checked by Caliber and soon to be contested, but they have the right idea. Again, that positioning out of SPLN with two men in cave. He's holding the A4. Could play right into his hands. I think Mr. has to activate here. He has to get some information, or maybe he's going to be the surprise in this kind of situation. Oh, Kabi, I don't think he's going to expect the player behind him, though. Neither did Red Star. Okay, breaking the formation.
Acor taking down Screamo there, getting a little too aggressive, and the fact that Kaluber is not dead here is a little lucky. But I think they should have expected another flank. Red Star finding Mister is huge. SPLN takes down Becci. There's Acor with a kill and a tap onto the bomb. But obviously, as Kaluber is pushing in, he cannot commit to the bomb plan. SASHI will be losing this round. Not only because of time, but mainly because of time. Because they did leave it up to the last second. They had the drop onto A. It was... I don't know what the idea was behind that setup from ACEND, because there was a way into the site to lose one of your players, and that's exactly what happened. And it wasn't like, maybe it was an awkward timing, could be the case as well. Then again, they did win the round, so they are going to take into account that, you know, maybe don't try that again, but it did work out. So
I mean, you weren't the one watching the demos, right? Maybe that was some anti-strat that he was expecting. It worked in the pistol round, but
maybe.
Anyway, we're moving over. This could be the opportunity for ACEND to get a 3-round lead, but Acor, man, he has been some sort of kryptonite. Oh, primetime positioning for Caliber into this push.
Oh, what a great flash from Harn. SPLN finds a double. And Kaluber, he has no idea if anyone's in main, so obviously he cannot really stick next to the smoke. There is a late push through A main from Becci. They want to re-clear main? No, they're going to boost up. Get Kaluber up there. He's got control over main. His teammates can just focus on Donut, potentially CT, and that would be one of the options. Acor is pushing through Red Room. Good find by Screamo. Becci. Spotted the shadow, but there's a swing and a SPLN. Zyphon finds the kill in return, but there's Harn finding that opportunity as well. It's 5 on the board for ACEND. They are getting a streak going here, the Bulgarian squad. Seems like they found the formula to stop the advancement of SASHI.
Impressive find from Acor. At times, it seems that he's the one pulling most of the weight of the team, right? And trying to open things up, but doesn't necessarily come. Results, SASHI need to find them. Okay, information given.
Good shot. It's just the pistols, though, here. So it shouldn't really be too complicated for ACEND to finish off this round in their favor.
SASHI feeling like they can get something out of this. Maybe finding some stray player pushing into 4 Glocks. Look at Acor.
I don't think that hides you, actually.
You know, that's what I felt all my life. 2-meter Soul could never play hide and seek.
Yeah, just hide behind an apartment block or something. You hide behind, like, the whole tree. Spellin. Oh, great spray down. Finds Stu. He rounds out the bullets. Harn with the Glock. It's not going to be enough, actually. Betchy takes him down, so it's a couple of kills found there. Still a little bit of damage dealt. Pretty good for SASHI, considering it was a full eco. And it's a 6-2 score line with a tactical pause called in by SASHI. They need to hear from Hunden what they should do here.
Okay. I could be the anger translator. Screwmo doesn't need one. We understand.
I mean, if Spellin keeps going like this, he's 15-6.
Yeah.
We're talking about Harn.
Wow.
We're talking about Acor. We were talking about Zyphon.
I mean, he almost had the ace in the pistol round.
Crazy good performance here from Spellin.
Yeah. And everybody should feel comfortable when your IGL is performing like this. Now, maybe a little bit withdrawn from the calling part of things because they're on the CT side. Everybody should know what they're doing.
Oh, Screamo with the help of the flash. He's still not going to be taking down Kabi, although Spellin gets the trade. Kaluber finds Kabi. He's going to back himself through Jaguar. Red Star's been spotted, but he can make it safely back into Red Room. They missed their chance to take down Red Star there. Still in Red Room, so he could still be in danger. Oh, but the smoke comes through, so he can even get out of this safely.
What a great kill out of Caliber there. I would say that it sealed the round, but I think they're still going to want to go for this. And the direction they're going is not a healthy one, considering that you have the same amount of players that you're trying to push with defending the site. And now Harn just completely covered. Oh, the timing can work for him. No, Harn is ready.
Betchy and Acor. Oh, Spellin's going to go down. Harn. A couple of awkward timings, and he's being pushed here by Betchy, but there's Kaluber, who's pushed into ramp. He's able to take down the last two. It's 7 on the board for Ascend.
Deja vu.
See if SASHI are going to find the answer here.
Same situation over at Dust. That's where the deja vu comes. Now, the difference might be that on Dust 2, Ascend didn't really find their footing into closing it and profiting off of this huge lead. Let's see if this is going to be a shot at that for them. It's just so impressive, man. It's SASHI's best map.
Yeah, I mean, 86% win rate, but so far, not really a lot from SASHI. They're better at the CT side, it seems. 65% win rate on CT side, 59 on T side. Oh, Kaluber finds one. Red Star only good for one. The trades are in.
Wait a minute.
Mister finds Screamo. Spellin with a kill onto Mister, though. But can Spellin get another one here? He drops the flash, but the smoke is in. Could be backstabbed if Acor swings into mid. It is a very risky thing to do.
Yeah, they're going to save. Oh, no.
No, they're going to go for it, but look at Acor. He's in Red Room. He hears the reposition of Spellin with the op. If Harn can round the corner, and he can, Acor, he finds Spellin, but that's information. Oh yeah, there's not enough time. Harn, he's going to back away. Drops the smoke on top of the bomb, but no one there to really contest anything. So it is going to be a third round on the board for SASHI.
I mean, giving them the space and actually fighting one by one was not the greatest of choices for ACEND. And that's how it started on Dust 2 as well. Getting to the 5th round for SASHI was exactly what happened.
And this might be the other kind of pause where they need to calm down. We saw them a little angry at the situation. Quick little update on what's going on with our other game. It's AM taking on Eternal Fire. AM won Dust 2 13-8 after Eternal Fire ended up the first half 7-5. They only won a single round on the CT side, but now Eternal Fire, they're leading 8-3
On
Overpass. On Overpass CT side.
yeah.
Caught a glimpse of what they were talking about, and seems like it kind of it kind of went down as they were. I'm not gonna go too deep into it because I don't think it's really all that important, but you know, it's their stuff. I'm not gonna talk too much about it. Couple of rounds left at this first half, and will we get to see another 7-5, or are ACEND gonna find something more here towards the end of the half?
We know from Dust 2 that SASHI exploit the flaws that they're finding, especially on Dust 2, that B side that they kept capitalizing on, and now it seems to be the A side, but ACEND ready for this with 2 men who pushing perfectly, Caliber taking down Xiphon, and that is an important win in this round.
Spellin doesn't connect. Although I think that was the right approach. I don't think hugging the corner would have been better. Arn just in between the two players pushing out. A little later or a little earlier, and you would have gotten the kill. Oh, he finds bench.
He did it. He loves this these angles. Acor, I mean. Oh, holding that was so important. Red Star being taken down the A side. Oh, but they don't know.
No, Kaluber doesn't get the shot there as they're pushing into the side with 30 seconds left. You cannot wait. You need to deliver. Screamo does, at least onto the first. Spots out another, and they expect Acor to be in donut. Harn taken down by the Opper, and Mister takes down Screamo. That is the 4th round on the board for SASHI, and a blunder from ACEND. Even as Kaluber was waiting there, he sees the player turning around mid-jump, starts shooting, but it doesn't connect. This was so smart from Acor. Super, super smart. And the fact that Kabi just turns around and gets that kill. That on Harn as well, because if the op misses there, if Acor misses, his teammate goes down 100%, and then it gets super complicated. But a good round for SASHI, and ACEND are going to be on a 1st spot.
Man, should be so comforting to have a player like Acor on your side, but as well as Xiphon.
Okay, Harn. It's caught out on the jump. There's the flash. 3-man peek. Smartly done. Red Star. He has the 5-7. Not for long as Kabi takes him down and Acor eliminates Kaluber. It is 7-5. It is the same result at the end of the first half, but it wasn't kind of the same. I don't think. I mean, SASHI, they had a pretty good plan, but it was ACEND kind of started to limp a little bit instead of running, and that offered up the way for SASHI to get back into this one. Now, the thing is, what do you do on the CT side? SASHI, they're better on the CT side. ACEND, their T side is a little worse in terms of win rate. Well, we will find out after this.
We are back. It's the second half. Ascend kind of crumbling at the end of the first half there, and that could be a little scary. But I think the piston round is gonna tell us quite a lot. See what the plan is for Ascend. Does look straight up like an A player, at least to hold for a potential push from SASHI. SASHI are actually pushing into Jaguar. I don't know if they will go a lot deeper, but they could find out a lot of information there. Oh, smoke comes through. Kabi relays it to his teammates, and he's behind the box. Great flash. A-Core takes down Screamo, looking for more, but there's Kaluber with a double. Mister comes in and takes down Harn. Betchy with the dualies, able to find two, and it's on to Spellin. Might have gotten a quad kill in the first pistol round. He's going to need a triple now, but he is all alone and doesn't have the dualies. Also,
C4 down.
the bomb has been lost indeed. It is right under the players of SASHI, and this might seem like a good idea, but the longer you take, the more they're going to expect a flank or a reposition.
But are they gonna expect this round the world repositioning? Now they will.
The fact that they re-clear A main is super smart as well. They will have Mister just holding that angle, but as soon as someone spots Spellin, he's just gonna turn around. The dualies boosted up and next to the boost. This is an almost impossible situation for Spellin. 10 seconds left. And it's an easy headshot for Zyphon. SASHI, they win the pistol round, and that is super important because they are going to be on their way to equalize things here. I don't think Ascend are going to buy because they didn't get the planted bomb. So this one should be a fairly easy round for the Danes.
The fact that they didn't plant the bomb cannot allow them to make any moves now, economically speaking. And so the Glocks see what they get. And the famous P250 that you like, see in the hands of Caliber if it can do any kind of damage.
He got a kill. He was the only one with some extra money, so we'll cut him some slack.
All right.
I still don't think it's the difference maker, but he didn't invest too much, right? He's still in 2000 alongside everyone else, so they're all gonna have an same buy basically into the next round. Not sure if Betchy spotted the bomb there. There we go. Nets him a kill. So at least he's got his money back for the pistol.
But they're not budging. SASHI are not budging. Even though they had all that info, they still stick to their positioning. Only one player sent over the A side, and now comes Mister as well. I mean, you're right to think that Spellin is kind of devious when it comes to these kind of plays, especially with the pistol, because it allows you to do more random stuff.
Bomb's still there. They're going to be pushing into the A site to try and sell the fake. Forced out the rotation. Zyphon. Oh, he takes down 3. Well, the fake doesn't work because they don't get anything out of it. And it's a quick end after that. But at least they got a kill, so that's good. All tied up, but Ascend, they get the big guns out.
Seven to 7, the equalizer came. SASHI in control of this game again, but we do have the full buy out of Ascend. What can they accomplish with this? Is this going to be a spawn call of anything, or just jumping into your straight default, reacting out of that? 4 players towards Heaven and Cave.
Gets a quick swing there, Harn. Finds a little bit of information. There's no kill so far, although Mister, with the smoke blown open, he's able to take down Spellin. A little bit of help from Cobby as well with a flash over. Cobby drops the smoke for Donut. And Ascend will back down for now. They do still have Kaluber into A main, but I think he's been called back. Change up the play. Get towards B. Oh, that would have been so important from Harn to find a kill there onto Mister.
Are they going to feel the pressure of this man advantage over from SASHI? Do you push into the B side? Oh, and great call out of Spellin. A side completely clear. The only one that could pose the threat would be Cobby, and he figures this out now. But no smokes on the side of Ascend. It's going to be a tough ask. Kaluber doing what's necessary. Speaking of utility, there's only a flash onto Zyphon. How are you going to use that? All three players of Ascend in Donut.
And all four players from SASHI are coming in from CT. Screamo, he's been dinked. Smoke on top of the bomb. The defuse is coming in. There's Red Star with a kill. Red Star finds a second, but the defuse is still going on. And they didn't realize it. It is the win from SASHI. Kaluber, nice double, but it won't really matter at the end of the day because the defuse just kept happening in the smoke, and they might have not realized it. They killed the player on top of the site. They killed the player next to the smoke, but not the player in the smoke.
Yeah.
And it's SASHI with the lead here on their own map pick.
Eight to 7, SASHI for the first time in the lead in these two maps played. Almost two maps played. What is the answer going to be from Ascend? Considering they were so close and in control of that previous round. And great call out of Spellin to do so, but ultimately not getting the desired result. Zyphon just keeps finding these mollies. Almost everybody in cave from the side of Ascend. The Bulgarians are going to assault this B side. You have to try that as well. Full retake gonna be on the way. Let's see how the spam through the smokes is going to go, because if you allow anything to happen, you might lose this one. Only a smoke and a flash. Two flashes, actually, for SASHI in this situation, and no utility for Ascend. They just need to lay in wait, see what's going to go down, and be as accurate as you can. Caliber entrusted to watch over Heaven, and this flank from Cave doesn't see anything so far.
They're taking a long time of getting into the site here. Less than half the time until the bomb explodes. There's a quick trade, but Screamo did take down Becci. Couple of players inside Cave. It's Red Star to eliminate Zyphon. It's a tap onto the bomb, but Kaluber denies it. And Kaluber finds another. It's down to Mister, but not enough time. Nothing he can do. And Ascend, they're going to get the equalizer. They're going to get a round in return, and everyone goes down.
Look at the economy of SASHI, though. This is a precarious position for them. It's not looking good. I mean, you have to force in this situation whatever you can force. And I'm looking towards a stack on some side, or maybe just getting a little bit aggressive, possibly towards mid, if that's going to be a crunch. However, Ascend, they're getting back into this game in the lead, probably after this equalizer. Yeah. This is the push we were talking about. They want to take Cave. Are they going to expect this?
Need to be careful. The SMGs, the pistols can surely deliver, but look at Kaluber and Screamo. Great utility usage. A-Core with a P250. A little bit of a tap there onto Harn, but the smoke will isolate him. Mister. Oh. Nice one. Now he's the last one standing. Oh, he finds a second, and they're going to swap over the play to the A site.
this just means Mr. is gonna get whatever weapon he chooses.
Spellin
He needs to stay alive.
Here's rotation, so he gives that information over. Mr. expected it. What a shot from Red Star. And I mean, a lot of damage, you know, they take down 3. But that is still going to be a 9-8 and a tactical pause called in here by SASHI. They want to figure it out. I don't think they're going to buy into this one. I don't think the tactical pause is for that.
Yeah.
But they do need to speak to Hunden to find out exactly what the best course of action is, because it is ACEND once again in the lead. They're looking to break away here. Against the pistols, it shouldn't be all that complicated, so ACEND should be getting to double digits fairly soon, but right after, there's going to need to be an answer from Danish side.
I mean, this round with the USPs can be close to 0 results if played properly by ACEND, but you never know. Even 2 or 3 weapons down is a success in itself if that's going to happen for SASHI.
They have the 4-player stack towards the B site, and they've got Mr. all by himself in A main, and he's about to be backstabbed. Oh, there we go. Screamo gets the kill. And he's going to find out soon enough that the site is completely empty and that the bomb can make its way there. And there's no way that SASHI are going to be able to get to the bomb without being spotted. I think Red Star is the one covering there. Yeah, he finds Kabi. He's been dinged, so needs to be careful. Spellin actually goes down. He loses a couple of weapons, but Harn there to help out. Not even worrying about finding the bomb, or worried about losing weapons, and they're only going to lose one at the end of the day. Red Star, nicely done by him. Send double digits, but
I mean, could have planted there just to boost up a little bit of the economy, but I think they wanted to nuke everything down, send a message.
the buy here from SASHI. How this one is going to pan out, because this one doesn't work. That would mean ACEND onto 12.
Well, the smokes for the B executions have been dropped.
Oh yeah, it's a fast play. Don't want to change up the pace here. Shifted second gear, but Screamo not able to find anyone just yet. They're going to give up the site. There's no smoke for long. Where's the smoke for long from ACEND? Kabi takes down Kaluber. Bomb will be planted. Flash into low. Oh, that's perfect. Red Star finds one, runs out of bullets. And Harn will fall. Mister, another one, and they're all falling like flies. ACEND. They might have planted the bomb, but they lose the round, and I still don't get it. Where is the smoke for long? If you're executing quickly, why isn't there a smoke for long? Or
Maybe
at
that
least,
was the play.
If the play is to take control over long, do that.
I mean, they
didn't
had
do
no
it.
player in cave, so the second smoke came towards cave, and they wanted to crunch long and sight. I mean, it worked up until a point, but Mister there, he has been great in this retake. And we can see him and Acor doing well in stats. And the others trying to catch up.
Enough for another buy here for ACEND.
Yes, but if this is going to go down, you're going to get to the equalizer without any kind of money, which means SASHI can get an upper hand. Okay, trades on over to the B site. There's still Kabi there.
The Molly. Kabi's isolated right now. And they know about Zyphon in inside the cave.
Oh,
Well-timed peek from Spellin, but he'll be taken down by Mister. Now they need to calm things down. They do have a flank going on. That is Kaluber all the way onto the A site, but cannot really afford to be too slow about it because he might lose all of his teammates in the process. Harn, important kill into Zyphon. That delays the push from Mister, and that gives the opportunity to Kaluber to get that kill, but that's a little too late. Now Harn, in a 1v2, taken down by Acor. Smoke dropped, but there's Kaluber with the strike, and it's a little farther to the left. And he's shooting to the wrong direction, and it's another defuse inside the smoke from the Danes.
man. What a round. What a round out of SASHI, and instantly the timeout comes from them.
Just
But
half a second quicker from Kaluber, and he gets the kill onto the player that actually went to Mister. Half a second. He started walking a little too farther back. Actually, going down after as well is pretty bad because you don't get to save your weapon.
I mean, the great idea was there to come with this long flank, right, from Caliber and managing to take the side with fewer players, but it just took too long because ACEND, SASHI, they were in a rush to retake that side. And that kill from Acor, that was everything. See what you do from here, ACEND. They're buying now with the risk of putting SASHI up to 12 rounds, let's say.
Yeah, and the thing is, it seems like they split up. I would have expected, you know, there's a couple of Mac 10s, there's a Tech 9 in there. Would have expected a very fast play. But that could still be the case, just a crunch into mid and then take it towards Donut, possibly? Oh no, they're going through Red Room. They're running it down through Red Room. Deep CT smoke. Hobby finds a double kill. That's what happens when you send the SMG and the Tech 9. Taking over CT, but Harn, nicely done on the double, but there's no support. And Betchy's taking everyone down. It's Spellin now in a 1v3. He's got Betchy to his left. He's got Acor to his right. And he'll find the kill onto the weapon, but there's Zyphon with the backstab, and SASHI find 11. Now, I get the play through mid. They do lose a couple of players to the one in CT. Then Harn finds a double, but there's no support for him to get through CT into the site. They were expecting someone to swing out a donut, but that never happened. And then the reposition was very good from the side of SASHI. They get themselves in the lead, and there's the final tactical pause of ACEND, but they have no money. Probably going to be playing for OT here. I don't think you're buying. $11 to 10. They're forcing up. That is insane. That is insane, they're forcing up.
I mean, I think they're going to have the full loss bonus over the next round. At least I think so. Let's see what they're going to try to do now. Okay, pushing up mid. Kabi was there again. Caliber almost being caught.
Even with the lost one, is they would be relying on planting the bomb to get them another buy, or a buy, I guess. But you know, they decide, okay, we're gonna risk it, not play for OT, but play for the win. Retaking mid. Bobby. Oh, that's
Okay.
Screamo with a quick double, and Betchy will get the kill in return. They're not very eager to swing in from upper. They want to allow time to pass, so maybe they can get those weapons back.
Selling the idea that this is going to be an A push or an objective over towards A, but keeping SASHI, keeping those two players in the B side is the smartest thing to do. Calling Becky as well. See how this is going to go.
Oh, Oh, Siphon needs to deliver, but Red Star plays around the side with a take 9, and that is going to be the answer from Ascend. It seems like the Force Buy does do wonders, and take 9's delivering big time.
Yeah. I was just pointing out that maybe you're not going to have the most pleasant of buys if you're SASHI.
Yeah, you're on 1400. That's going to be a problem.
Maybe that was. I mean, you can admit that you were mistaken about judging this force buy out of Ascend.
I mean, it's not that it's necessarily. It's very risky. That's the thing. It's not,
Of course.
inherently bad. It's risky because obviously, if you lose this one, it's a map point for the opposing team, and you're not on a full buy. But then again, obviously, the eventuality, if you win it, that's great. Right? You're denying the 12th, and I mean, Screamo getting a double kill there is crazy good. Red Star just toying around, and see Zyphon a little frustrated there.
How could you not be?
As we're gonna need in this map as well, all 24 rounds.
Oh, and yeah, the smartest thing to do here is just not buying anything and fight for the overtime.
But see, that's what I'm saying. You know, they're not forcing up so that they can buy at 12. They took the decision. They take the decision of, okay, we're gonna let them have 12, and we're gonna fight them for OT.
Yeah,
Ascend didn't have that mentality. They said we're trying to deny 12 for SASHI.
It worked. Sometimes it pays dividends, sometimes it's not going to be. But I think it's a safer call being on the CT side, right? Because those weapons are going to be crucial in the last round of the second half. And who knows, maybe of the map, Harn covering any kind of strays coming from T-spawn. You can call it a round.
There we go. Triple. That takes down all the players pushing from A main. The last two players are towards B. Red Star with the Gator. The XM finds the kill.
Farming that money.
And Kaluber gets the last kill. 12-11, and Ascend have a single chance to close out this best of 3 and secure their spot into the upper final.
Man, those 2 kills made by Screamo meant everything. And the fact that one of them was not headshot, just to the body, so impressive. I think that saved the entire map for for Ascend. Sorry, I was just caught up in the moment. Same as Kabi. Imagine if the mouse broke just then.
Unlucky, I guess. Single chance to close it out. It is the buy here from SASHI. We are missing some util. An M4 for Betchy. Obviously bought the FAMAS to have extra util. And also armor for Acorn, but he has the op. What's the approach here for Ascend? The best course of action for them to be able to close it out here. Kabi towards Donut. Smoke deployed there by Kaluber.
Yeah, they're sending Kaluber again just to watch over. Oh, or is it going to be an A split?
Seems like it. Kaluber could be the element of surprise. Although Acor looking towards Red Room. Kaluber could be very patient there, as his team could push into the site. Oh, they're trying to retake mid.
No, the timing.
No, Kaluber, he finds Acor, that's the Opper, and he's gonna find Betchy as well. Kabi gets the kill in return, but now they're losing control over the A site. There's the swing, that is insane. Spellin goes down, Screamo finds the kill onto Mister. There's another player, but Harn eliminates Kabi in Donut, and it's all onto Zyphon. 1 versus 3. He's on full HP, but he has no util available. Only his trusty M4A4. And Harn, he has the angle down.
The shadow.
There's the swing, and there's the kill. Ascend 13-11 back-to-back to take SASHI down to the lower bracket and secure their spot into the upper final and also into the playoffs.
Man, those smiles are so deserved. They